Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Dr. Ice, and we are here for race two. I'm speech jamming myself. Race two of the Slide Job Motorsports NASCAR season two. And, well, we have a bit of a shakeup here for qualifying, as it seems, Taze is starting at the back here. Was a bit late getting in here, and I apologize to everybody that was ready to watch this beautiful tribute race to Kyle Busch. Saturday you were with me with IEC as they ran ours, and now it's our turn for Slide Job Motorsports to send their one of their favorite drivers to yeah. Sorry, my brain just stopped working halfway through. But yeah, this is your starting grid. So Valhalla will take us in pole position, followed by Straw Hat J, King Pig 58 589 563, DMS Dan, the Duke 7390. Oh, I'm still in this view. There we go. Ghost Reaper 617. We'll go ahead and catch up with the rest of the guys as they get on the grid. But yeah, while we're getting everything situated and getting everybody rocking and rolling, holy crap, there's 12 people in here already. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Yes, we're gonna have a pace lap, and then the boys are gonna do a bit of a missing man formation for Kyle Busch. During the missing man formation, we are going to read off some of Kyle Busch's lap 18 silent lap. Yep, moment of silence for Mr. Rowdy himself. Oh my goodness. All right, so Kitty Boo 120,000. Thanks for the follow. Same with J J.E. Myers 900, probably butchered that. Thanks for the follow as well. We're going to get a look at all these beautiful liveries as well. Yeah, missing man formation lap 2, and then a moment of silence for Kyle Busch, lap 18. But yeah, as you saw from the qualifying results here, Taze is not starting on pole position, and this is dang near a full lobby with 22 drivers here. 14 people in here. Let's get it. So we're getting loaded in here, getting everything pulled up on my other monitor. Let's see who's all in here. J.E. Myers, the great, the great Skeeter 69, Zodiac. Welcome in, everybody. Good to have everyone in here. Alrighty, let's take a look. Let's not go to pre-race menu. Let's take a look at these liveries. That is a rail camera. There we go. So number 4 AVM from Valhalla. Straw Hat J in second. Oh, I got to do this pretty quickly. Somebody's off in the in the no man's land in turn 1 here. King Pig in third. DMS Dan with the little US Navy on the back. I see you. Beautiful livery. The Duke in loving memory, Kyle Busch here in the number 01 Monster Energy. Who is this? Is that Monarchy that's just off in the... It is. Evo Smokey Snipe Killer, repping his boys in the Marine Corps, that number 20. Boss Racer Pro, Reckless 5518, and the Cartoon Network number 3. Oh, that is beautiful. Gen 3 LS 79, rocking a bit of a memorial scheme here. So I'll go ahead and pull this up real quick as well. So this is a memorial scheme for his dad that passed away May 29th, 2021, born November 19th, 1979, passed away in a motorcycle accident. And a fun fact that Gen 3 LS shared with me is his dad is named the third. Gen 3 LS is named the fourth, but they're first and second in the family with the names. So, while we wait on Monarchy to go ahead and catch up, they're getting into their missing man formation by the looks of it. We have Visible Rocket, Rye Racer 24, and the number 29 Wawa Mobile. Line Main 85 and the number 77 Chili's. Waterford and the number 97 Milwaukee. Making sure I'm not missing anybody. Robert Voice Acts and the number 19 Monster Energy. Taysbot, who unfortunately had a bit of a mishap during qualifying, only logging a dirty lap. That lap, had it been clean, would have put him all the way 17 positions further up the grid. So we're definitely going to be watching Taze to see how he gets on with the field here. Ace on 240 HPs and the number 11 FedEx Toyota Camry. Dubs in a heck of a throwback car here. The number 5 Kellogg's Chevrolet. And then good old maple syrup dude in the number 18 M&M's Toyota Camry. Ooh, alrighty. So now that we got everybody's livery shown off, skipped me. Oh, I did skip Zodiac. Where is Zodiac? Where is he? There he is, in 10th. SJM Zodiac and the Rowdy Energy number 12, rocking a little bit of a Torah Endurance flag on the quarter panels here. Sorry, I 100% did skip you. I didn't even realize it. Alrighty, we're going to turn our attention to our front runners as we are going to get this party started with 80 laps at Watkins Glen, and away we go, ladies and gentlemen. Valhalla and Straw Hat J leading us off here in race 2 of the second season of the Slide Job Motorsports NASCAR series. Valhalla going a little wide there, and a lot of bit of carnage here with DMS Dan and the rest of the field. 2 cars off. A lot of carnage. There's the number 11 FedEx got turned around. That is DMS Dan, Ace on 240, Robert Voice Acts. Dubs seem to have gotten out of that unscathed. Maple Syrup Dude caught up into the action as well, real close to the camera there. Taze picking up quite a few positions there due to this lap 1 carnage coming through the S's. Let's get back up on our... looks like we're going to have a restart here due to the amount of cars that were in that turns 2, 3, and 4 incident between Robert Voisax, Maple Syrup Dude, DMS Dan, and Ghost Reaper by the looks of it. So a little bit of carnage already. I mean, it's to be expected when you have 21 fire breathing cars all screaming through the same 10, 15 foot of track space. You know, everyone's trying to fight for those positions early on, and it looks like a lot of people are going to go ahead and capitalize on this this super early caution here to just go ahead and top up the tank with fuel and get a good reset. Get whatever track position they're able to. Tazebot being one of them. Looks like the majority of the field, first through 13th anyway, 13 people opting to stay out after this lap one, almost a turn one caution. So yeah, they are they're getting rowdy for Kyle Busch here. So while we're under caution, we're going to go ahead and read off Kyle Busch's accomplishments here, specifically for Watkins Glen, as soon as I can figure out how to Discord. There we go. Alrighty, we're going to get back on track here. So Kyle Busch, of course, the youngest driver to record a win here at Watkins Glen. 23 years, 3 months, and 8 days old. 3 wins, 4 top 5s, 8 top 10s, 3 poles, including starts from the front. 4th best, averaging a finish of 11.3. Average running position of about 12 and a half, with 5th best overall. Driver rating of 108.4, 2nd best. 74 fastest laps run here. That's 10th best. Average green flag speed of 120.36. That's the 2nd fastest. 638 laps in the top 15. That's the 4th most. And 183 quality passes on the circuit, and that is the 6th most. So we got everybody resituated on the grid. Everybody's lined back up. We are here to take the green flag again. Attempt number 2 here at a pretty lengthy green flag racing here with Valhalla leading us off through turn 1. We're going to check to see what carnage happens here, and a lot of it as everyone tries to funnel their way through that very narrow turn 1 all the way through turns 3, 4, and 5. And it's going to be a drag race through the bus stop here at almost race pace, as Valhalla will get through without problems. Oh, a little bit of issues here for the number 13. That was Ghost Reaper falling to 12th position, but everybody gets through the bus stop nicely here, as we have a lot of cars to cover and 80 or so laps to do it here. Car going wide through turn 10, turn 10 here with the Watkins short, as it looks like they're 3 wide back for 13th as they will pile through turn 1. Waterford letting out of the gas here. Oh, there's a car in the wall. That's who was that? No, it looks like they got through unscathed, as Valhalla's taken an early lead by the looks of it on SJM Zodiac, who has picked up quite a bit of positions already. Let's get the changes here to see who our biggest mover is so far. And well, would you know it? It's Tazebot making his way through the field. expeditiously, if you will, starting in almost 19th here, and he is already up into 7th, side by side with Ace on 240 here, and will get the pass done on turn 10, coming into the final corner into 7th place. And it looks like our running position is starting to calm down just a little bit. There's a car sweeping to the inside. I believe that is the number 79 of Gen 3 LS, and yes, it is, as the field is slowly getting the jitters out so they can get some single file action. You see the grid is starting to fan out quite a bit here on lap number 7. Valhalla still in the lead here. We don't know for how much longer. He does have quite a considerable gap to Zodiac here as we swap to our intervals tracker to get some close racing action for you. And it looks like the battle for 8th will be the first one, or potentially the battle for 5th between Duke and Taze. It's actually a battle for 7th going on, and it looks like Straw Hat Jay's going to get a run to the inside. No, that is Ace on 240s with a move on Straw Hat Jay through turn 1. They're definitely using all of the track here on the exit of turn 1. Looks like a battle for 3rd will go ahead and shift over. A 4-car battle for 3rd, I should add. Snipe Killer Tazebot all the way up into 4th place. Evo Smokey and the Duke here coming through the bus stop. It's going 2x2 through a Taze, trying to get the inside of Snipe Killer, and it looks like he will. However, that will hand the advantage into turn 10 over to Snipe Killer. And they will go side by side, banging doors, and Taze will get around him. And it looks like Evo Smokey's going to capitalize. Oh, and he is in the wall and will go into the pits. Looked like Ace on 240 as well, sliding into the pits as well. So that's 2 cars overcorrecting into pit lane here, as Tazebot will, from lap 1 to now, go from 17th to 3rd, and has now set his eyes firmly on the rear bumper of Zodiac. The Duke trying to hold Tazebot in his sights and run with this momentum as best as he can. Turning back to the battle for 5th as they go 2 wide through the bus stop. Holding it nice and clean through into turn 10 here. Sorry, I just hit my microphone trying to not sneeze in everyone's ears. Sorry, I keep turn 10 I keep saying is actually turn 6, and I do apologize to the viewers at home. As quite a bit of the battle for 5th position continuing to go on, have some slower traffic, and we are under caution by the looks of it on lap number 10. So there was seems to be an incident that I had missed. How come there's no car sounds? What? Okay, I fixed the car sounds. Thank you for pointing that out there, Christian. I have fixed it. All right, so the Bald Eagles are back. I hope. Let me check the stream. we're good now on stream. Sorry. Alrighty, yeah, there seems to be an incident that I missed in the backfield here, and we are under caution lap number 10, as it looks like our leaders are going to opt to. There's a lot of tires screeching there for no reason. Majority of our leaders are going to hop in for fuel and tires. Duke, DMS Dan, Waterford, Gen 3 LS, Lion Mane, Robert Voisax, Evo Smokey, and Maple Syrup Dude, the only ones not to pit. Yeah, we're good on the car sound, so I can mute the stream now. That. Yeah, so we're coming up on our moment of silence on lap 18. Not going to forget that. I hate to yap over it, of course. So seems to be the Duke will be leading us into the green flag, followed by DMS Dan, Waterford, Gen 3 LS, Lion Mane, Rye Racer, Robert Voisax, Valhalla, Evo Smokey, and Zodiac for your top 10. Majority of these drivers, of course, opting to not pit, as they will double up. Really getting onto each other's bumpers here, getting stacked up nice and tight. So we're gonna go ahead and shift back over to the live camera, as I'm still trying to work the go autoplay. All right, and we are back to green flag racing here, lap 12. We're not going to see any moves for 3 wide action here, as DMS Dan goes super wide and will lose a few positions on the restart. There's a car in the wall. It's Robert Voisax in the wall of turn 1. So we're just going to savor the sounds of freedom here for a moment. Uh-oh, there's a bit of a pileup. There's a car in the wall that is Maple Syrup Dude off into the outside barrier here, coming out of the bus stop, and it looks like Lion Mane was in that. And unfortunately, Robert Voisax also involved as well, and that will bring out another caution here, as Robert Voisax trying to get Maple Syrup Dude rocking and rolling here. Definitely some messy, I wouldn't really call it messy racing. It's a lot of hard racing here. They're definitely leaving it all out on the track for Kyle Busch, fighting for every position, not giving any amount of not giving any space to anybody around him, and really forcing everybody to go ahead and yeah, there's a lot of cautions. These are forced stock tunes as well, so not the easiest of cars to handle. because you're definitely like trying to stop a fully loaded 747 with a pack of rubber bands that you bought at an Office Depot. It's kind of how the brakes feel in these cars, without tuning, of course. I'm trying to still get this going. So I can try and play the... No, of course it's not going to work. All right, well, I'll get it working next race. Yeah, I can personally tell you these cars are, at least in their stock tunes, are really, really difficult to drive. So it's 100% expected as well, and plus you put 21 cars literally within a couple hundred feet of each other. Like, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of cautions. That's the nature of the beast. And we are doubled up again here. That'll be the Duke and Waterford on the front row. It ain't difficult to me. So I'm kind of, I don't know. I like to throw tunes on all my cars, and if I have to drive it stock, that's where I kind of struggle. I mean, you can let my teammates and previous teammates speak on it as well. I'm not the fastest driver. But you give me a good tune and I can get rocking and rolling. And we are underway again. Waterford with a pretty decent jump on the leader here. 3 wide on the exit, 4 wide, I'm sorry, on the exit. Oh my goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen. That was a 10.0 on the pucker factor scales. It went 4 wide for the lead on the exit of turn 1. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You guys wonder why there's so many cautions? It's because they're going 4 wide. They're all fighting for a position here. DMS Dan will come out on top, at least coming through the bus stop. Some cars taking some evasive actions. There's some more cars in the wall here. Looks like Reckless, King Pig, Maple Syrup Dude, and unfortunately Gen 3 LS got hemmed up into the bus stop here, and I think we're going to keep it rocking and rolling here as we are on caution number 3 for the race. Keep an eye on the backfield as they continue to running all out here. Waterford trying to cover the inside as Tatespot will go around the outside. Taking quite a few cars with him. Now Waterford is trying to defend the position with his life. Almost sends the Duke off track. Clips the nose just a little bit, but the Duke was able to hold on to it. Going too wide through the bus stop, unless you really trust everyone around you, is not a fun time at all. Looks like a bit of crash avoidance here from Waterford. He will lose quite a bit of track position as Tatespot moves into 3rd place with Ace on 240 and DMS Dan, the current race leader, firmly fixed in his sights. Valhalla, the pole sitter for today's race, down into 4th position. My goodness gracious, 17 people in here. I just saw out of the corner of my eyes. How's it going, everybody? Welcome in for some chaotic racing here at Watkins Glen. 2 laps away from as I'm yapping here, a battle for 2nd place is going on. Now a 3-car battle as Tatespot's trying to get a move. Oh my goodness gracious, they are 3 wide. We're 3 wide for 2nd as Taze smartly backs out. Uh-oh. Trouble in the exit of the bus stop as Taze backs out of the 3 wide move into the entry of the bus stop. Tries to undercut the two competitors competitors of Valhalla and Ace on 240 can't quite get it done, and looks like Ace and Taze get into it just a little bit. You see Ace catching the wall there as we have a DNF. As line main gets a either disconnects or leaves, as we're on lap 17 now. So next lap will be a moment of silence for the late Kyle Busch, as Taze gets around Valhalla through the bus stop. Valhalla not having a fantastic exit through the inner loop there. As Ace on 240 will move back up into third place, as he is tied for the biggest move of the race with Tazebot. And now on lap 18, we go to a moment of silence for Kyle Busch. So, yeah, we'll rejoin you in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for a moment of silence, and I'll tell you, the racing has been anything but silent. Looks like Zodiac got caught into a little bit of an issue there through turn 5, almost spinning the car out, coming through the NASCAR straightaway here. Let's get an update on our front runners. So DMS Dan still has a pretty commanding lead over Tazebot, who has picked up 17 positions thus far in the race, followed by Ace on 240. Rounding out the rest of your top 5 is the Duke 7390 and the Evo Smokey. Snipe Killer will take 6th position currently. The rest of your top 10 is Visible Rocket, Ghost Reaper, Straw Hat J, and Zodiac. As it seems like the action has calmed down just a little bit here, so we can start focusing on some of these key battles. Checking up on the battle for 7th, we're gonna keep an eye on as Boss Racer Pro 199 goes in for a bit of an early pit stop here. Ghost Reaper taking the inside line. It looks like Straw Hat J is going to go with him. Visible Rocket is going to lift just a bit earlier to go ahead and let Straw Hat J go through cleanly. The bus stop is not where you want to really be pushing for position unless it's a surprise overtake, and then otherwise it's a good luck. You really have to trust the guys around you to get a pass done through there, as Ghost Reaper will pick up a position on this lap, continuing the battle for 7th. I think we have a bit of a battle for 4th going on between Ace on 240 and Evo Smokey. the Duke getting around Ace on 240. So the battle for fourth is on between these two. We're just going to quickly skim through the rest of the field as we watch Ace and Evo go through into the bus stop single file here. Yeah, Taze is definitely making up spots. He started, a little bit of a messy exit from Evo and Ace on 240 here through the bus stop, but they were able to keep it clean. That's going to break up the battle for fourth and potentially transition into a battle for fifth here if Snipe Killer can get a run on Evo Smokey. He just needs to catch the draft. A little bit more action back here in seventh. Ghost Reaper still running out in front of Visible Rocket. Straw Hat J and Zodiac just buying their time here as they will go single file into turn one. Going through the rest of the field, it looks to be pretty spaced out. So our key battles here are going to be for seventh, fifth, and eventually the battle for the lead. So definitely going to stay tuned on that. Oh my goodness, they go 3 wide through turns 2 and 3. Definitely a ballsy move, but you can definitely hold it. There's looks like Zodiac and Straw Hat almost going through the bus stop side by side. Definitely a game of chicken that these drivers are playing every lap to see who's going to lift first. And if neither of you guys lift, well, hopefully the guy on the outside gave the driver on the inside enough room to not be completely obliterated by that inside tire wall. We have a car off on turn one. That is Robert Voiceax, who's in the wall. Just kind of parked up there. Let's see if he is okay. Looks like he's just kind of parked over on the side of things. We're going to get back into our battle for third now, as Tazebot continues to close in on DMS Dan, the Duke, and Ace on 240. Ace on 240 getting around the Duke here. And here comes Evo Smokey and Snipe Kill. The Snipe has finally got the draft of Evo. Now this is a 3-car battle for third. Sorry, a 4-car battle for third. It's like the Duke might have been pushed a little wide there coming out of the bus stop, and will lose a handful of positions due to that. He's going to have to regroup and mount a re-attack. Had to stop really nauseous and head pounding. No worries, man. Let me know if you're feeling okay in a minute. You know, check in the chat periodically with how you're feeling. Still locked in here on the battle for, oh my goodness. Oh no, there's a car turn. Ace on 240 gets turned by Evo by the looks of it. Evo backing out. They're bunched up now for third place as Snipe and Evo will go side by side into the bus stop. And this is what I'm talking about. Ooh, that was almost a certain crash for somebody is disconnected. That is Robert Voiceax. He mentioned he wasn't feeling well prior to, so he is backed out of the lobby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. As you see, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 car battle for third place as somebody ducks into the pits. That is Boss Racer Pro again on lap 25. A 6-car battle for the lead. Something had to have happened. If I disconnected from the lobby, I'm going to be really... Okay, no, it was the Duke that's disconnected. Evo Smokey is disconnected. What is going on? No way. I think this is a red flag as everyone is stopping here on lap 25. my goodness. The Forza servers are not happy with us. Two people arguing had to red flag and... Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, red flag for tempers flaring in the voice chat. For the drivers that have the... for the drivers that have the stream running in parallel to them racing, just... you know, try and keep your composure, guys. Those two had to be kicked. We're not dealing with it. No worries. No worries. Also, no worries, Robert. Definitely look after your health more than the race, for sure. Yeah, so for the viewers at home, we're under red flag. Some people were arguing quite a bit. The forbidden word was, oh. Gotcha. I'm not going to ask what the forbidden word is. Yeah, we definitely cannot and will not tolerate that. After all, it is a video game. There's no room for that. No room whatsoever. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here to go ahead and reset everybody's composure. I was wondering what happened to those two. I thought the servers were acting up again, but that definitely explains it. Yeah, that too. And a Kyle Busch remembrance race is just wild. Like, I get it, there's points on the line, but dude, there's no money. You got kicked? Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, definitely not using that. I'm not even gonna mention, actually I have the chat up. Yeah, we don't do that. Not here. And a remembrance race too is Christian mentioned is just absurd, guys. Like, it's a game. Yeah, we're all having fun. Yeah, it's being broadcasted. Yeah, there's, you know, people watching. Like, just relax, have a good time. If you're not having a good time, just back out. Right? Oh, somebody slid off on the grass. Who is that? Boss Racer Pro. Boss Racer Pro sliding off on the grass, caught in 4K. We saw that, buddy. We saw that. It was, I think everyone's going to come in and pit. Except for Waterford, by the way. So, but yeah, Waterford's going to stay out. Nope, he's going to stay out. Let's take a look at his fuel and tires. He's doing okay, carrying a little bit of transmission damage, but nothing. His teammate in the race, he's a 99. Let's take a look. What's your teammate's gamer tag? I don't have everyone's number memorized just yet. The 99 you mentioned. That's 95. 99, there it is, King Pig. Yeah, he's still in here. Yeah, King Pig is still in the race. He's running, he's got the top 10 so far with 26 laps down. I'm actually going to make sure there's nothing crazy going on in the rivalries chat. So for Dubs, if you're listening, Smokey tagged you and said, I apologize for my part in that. I'm sorry. Looks like the Duke is also typing right now. So Anyway, Waterford will lead us to the green flag here. Somebody, is that Boss Racer Pro having a little bit of an issue again? What'd you do? What happened, buddy? No, he's good. He's just, he's saving fuel. Love it. Oh, I see what's going on. All right, I'm gonna get my attention back onto the race. I'm trying to do some damage control while everything's going on. All right, Waterford is gonna lead us on lap 27 for another restart. The rest of the field on brand new fuel and tires. Let's see how well Waterford gets on with it, taking a bit of a cautious line down on the inside. Definitely make sure there's plenty of room for everyone to come through there. Oh my goodness, 3 wide. Oh no, snipes around. Oh, that's gonna be a big one. That's gonna be a big one. How did he not take out the rest of the field? Holy crap. Oh my God. Oh, that was for sure gonna take out everybody. As Zodiac will lead the race here. DMS Dan in second. Saw a car off just a little bit. Valhalla in third, Tazebot in fourth, Ghost Reaper in fifth. Rounding out the top 10 on the restart is Ace on 240, King Pig picking up 3 positions on that. Visible Rocket, Reckless, and Rye Racer 24. As it looks like there's a large split between 6th and 7th. Just keeping an eye on the side chat here, making sure things are going well. Gen 3 LS going into the pits. Sorry, I'm all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me minimize this so I can focus on the race. So no real change here in the top 10. Straw Hat J making some moves early on in this green flag run here. Bit of a battle for third between Tazebot and Valhalla. And a potential battle for the lead going on between Zodiac and DMS Dan. As we're a little over the actually a little under the halfway point. 50 laps to go here. Definitely a battle for the lead here between Zodiac and DMS Dan. Heating up, as it looks like Taze is going to quickly join that with Valhalla hot in tow here. So we're going to have potentially a 4-car battle for the lead. A lot of cars bunched up here through turns 2 and 3 from 7th all the way to 11th. Zodiac and DMS Dan 48 here. Zodiac definitely has a bit of an advantage of top end, at least from his corner exit speed by the looks of it. Here comes Tazebot to put some pressure on DMS Dan for second. Valhalla close in tow. So this is now a 4-car battle for the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Tazebot, your biggest mover of the race. Tazebot definitely in the draft of DMS Dan. We're going to see if he decides to make a move here next lap. All 4 of these drivers, well, everybody just absolutely on it here. Looks like DMS Dan taking a bit of a reserved. Oh my goodness, a little bit of contact between Dan and Taze here. They seem to have sorted each other out fairly. Dan with a bit of a more conservative line through the bus stop, and it looks like caution is out again, and everyone is going to go into the pits with the exception of DMS Dan, who is going to lead us off to the next restart here. People wrecked in the bus stop. Oh yeah, I completely missed that as I was focused on y'all's battle. So a little more action through the bus stop. That's Watkins Glen for everybody that's still watching, averaging almost 15 people. My goodness. You guys are showing a lot of love for the stream, and I appreciate every single one of you turning out and watching. POV will be sent in the Discord. Okay. Had the save of your life? Oh, baby. Ooh. Yeah, definitely send in the POV so we can get it up on stream. We'll do a bit of a, I'm going to choose how I word this. We're going to review racing clips after the race. How about that? That's a better way than what I was going to, Oh, no. Yeah, definitely don't do that. Robert, have you eaten anything today? Make sure our buddy Robert voice acts here is good. Yeah, just felt really weak. Okay. Gotcha. So, looks like Reckless 5518 and Rye Racer also decided they were not going to pit. Another lap around to pick up Waterfur and Gen 3 LS. Yes, we are. Yeah, it's been crazy action so far. Hopefully everybody is enjoying it so far. Definitely looking at the viewer numbers, definitely a lot of new faces in here. I see first time chat from Ace, so I'm catching up with everybody. Can I see who's all watching? I can. See who's all here. Did I just lose game audio? No, I didn't. Okay, we're good. So DMS Dan is going to lead us off to take the green flag here. I've lost count of how many, just couldn't do it through it at all the turns, let another, okay, yeah, no worries, man, you're good. Looked over at a really interesting time. Anyway, so DMS Dan and Reckless are going to lead us off here. We're going to get back to the main screen. Lap number 34, and we're back underway. Your top 5, DMS Dan, Reckless, Rye Racer, Zodiac, and Tazebot. Rounding out your top 10 will be Valhalla, Ghost Reaper, Ace on 240, Straw Hat J, and I think I said Visible Rocket already. Oh, some looks like Zodiac was almost in a world of hurt there. Looks like he was forming the far inside of turn 2, and there's a lot of pushing and shoving here in the backfield as well. I'm gonna keep an eye on all of this. Gets through the bus stop, one gets through the outer loop and into the chute. DMS Dan and Zodiac continue to try and run off from Tazebot. Valhalla has Rye Racer 24 in between him and Tazebot, as quite a few cars go bouncing off that tire barrier there at the final corner. Tazebot's made a move on Zodiac through the bus stop. Sorry, I'm still trying to do some damage control over here. Room for your teammates? Absolutely, Robert. I'd love to see it. Now Tazebot is in a position to potentially clock in a lap lead here. Valhalla gets around Zodiac. Oh my goodness, Zodiac is bouncing off the wall, and the battle for the lead is officially on between Dan and Tazebot here. And Dan goes a bit too wide, and here comes Tazebot to take the race lead, ladies and gentlemen. Coming from all the way to the back of the grid, into the position where he's in now, a position he is very familiar with, clocking in, I think, 8 victories here with a Slide Job Motorsports NASCAR series. And we'll look to continue running off from the rest of the grid here. Unfortunately, that'll be potentially all the coverage that Taze gets here, as we have a lot of close racing in the rest of the lobby here. A battle for 4th. Sorry, battle for third between Valhalla and Ghost Reaper. A battle for fifth between Straw Hat J. Sorry, Reckless, Straw Hat J, Snipe Killer trying to get to the inside as well. We're going to be jumping all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. There's action all over the racetrack. As they will go too wide behind and will funnel into single file for the bus stop. Straw Hat J, oh, there's cars off, and there goes Straw Hat J into 8th place. Zodiac still trying to hold on to 6th place. Trying to catch up to Reckless and Ghost Reaper to go ahead and continue fighting for a top 5 position here. Reckless, the only driver in his way right now. Snipe Killer with a beautiful showing here, starting 7th, running 7th. As the rest of the field has just been in absolute turmoil here. Back in on the battle for 5th here with Reckless and Zodiac, riding on board with Reckless right now, as Reckless goes a bit wide, and Zodiac will move into the top 5. Let's make sure Reckless isn't struggling on worn tires. He's doing okay on tires right now, as is the rest of the field, as we are getting ready to turn over into the halfway point in the race. For those that are just now tuning in, Tazebot clawing 18 positions in 37 laps, I think it was. DMS Dan's not letting him run off too easily here, as he is giving it all he has. Let's take a look at the fastest lap between these two while we have a moment. I doubt his fastest lap is a 2:28. If his last lap was 106, 106.5, 106.3, I think Tazebot's pulling away from DMS Dan slowly. To the battle for 7th between Reckless and King Pig here. Reckless going a bit wide through the outer loop. Will try to hold the inside. King Pig trying to go for a switchback, but Reckless parks it there on the apex, making it very difficult for King Pig to get around him. And King Pig might have the run through turn 1. We'll see, both drivers entering the braking zone. And it looks like King Pig will get a pass for 7th. Funneling through the rest of the grid now. Sorry, I am yawning a little more than I really want to, as the top 5 are all running single file with a decent space between each of the drivers, I should add, as we are now at the halfway point in the race. The most exciting action on track right now is the battle between King Pig and Reckless, 55-18. Trying to continue coverage of a little bit of contact between Reckless and King Pig, as Reckless seemed to have gotten in front King Pig again. Reckless with the move through the inside of the bus stop here. These two fighting are going to bring Ace on 240 into the mix as well. As you mentioned, I'm the only person here. Oh, DMS Dan going into pit lane here for some potentially much needed fuel and tires. Oh, engine damage, that's not good. Must have caught a double shift at some point, so he's going to go ahead and get that fixed. Gen 3 LS also in the pits. DMS Dan has a lot of work ahead of him. However, I will mention, because he's going to have a tremendous amount of overlap on the cars on track, while everyone's trying to stretch out these worn tires, he's going to be cruising along on some fresh new soft tires, and he'll definitely make up a lot of time that way as King Pig goes wide through the outer loop here. Ace on 240 seemed to have gotten by these guys. He's trying to get a move on Reckless 5518, and here comes King Pig trying to get around Ace on 240. So we're gonna watch these guys in the battle for sixth for a moment, because I'm gonna take a quick voice break. We'll come back to you. Oh my goodness. We're gonna wait a little bit and see how this plays out. King Pig, Ace, and Reckless still going at it. Ace holding his ground here in the middle. Ace might have a move on King Pig here, utilizing the side draft. Oh no, King Pig. No, Reckless! Reckless into the wall. Reckless is into the wall in the bus stop. Just trying to hold it as close to the grass as he can. That will cost him a few positions, overcooking the entry into the bus stop, meeting Mr. Barry R, unfortunately. Looks like Ace on 240 will get around King Pig, and now I will try and take my quick voice break as come back to you in a few minutes with more coverage on the Slide Job Motorsports NASCAR Season 2 Race 2 here at Watkins, Glen. left you with quite a bit of action to watch between Ace on 240 and King Pig here as they continue to trade places. As you see the left side of that, I think it's the number 11 Denny Hamlin. And King Pig just trading places left and right, racing hard but racing clean. That is what you eventually want to work to, and definitely not taking anything too seriously. As they have traded positions multiple times in the few laps that I was away. Let's take a look at the rest of the field to see how. Ooh, look at this! A little bit of road racing tactics there by King Pig to pinch Ace on 240 to the inside. Try and hold him to the inside. Definitely a textbook racing defense there from King Pig, as Ace on 240 was still able to get around even afterwards. So good on these two for showing us what to do. Taysbot continues to lead the race into lap number 48 after this corner. Followed by Valhalla, who is trying to chip away at the lead here after the engine damage and pit stop of DMS Dan 48 a few laps prior. Zodiac running in third, and he has a Ghost Reaper on his tail in the number 13 Monster Energy. So the 12 and 13 fighting for third and fourth. Check in on this battle momentarily. We were watching yeah, we're on with Straw Hat J. That's a lapped car by the looks of it. Ace on 240 and King Pig still going at it here as King Pig kind of overcooks the exit of the bus stop here. Checking in on Visible Rocket in 8th. DMS Dan seemed to have recovered nicely after getting quite a bit of engine damage, almost 16%. Having to dive into, I realized I wasn't even clicked on him. Diving into pit lane to go ahead and situate that. Now running in 9th place. Snipe Killer right behind him. Waterford right behind Snipe Killer here, and it looks like Snipe Killer might have a bit of a run on DMS Dan, maybe due to a just a weight difference, but that front left is definitely getting put to work here as Snipe Killer crosses into 40% tire wear. DMS Dan, of course, took fuel, tires, and somehow got a new engine put in that car pretty quickly. Checking on Dubs running in 12th, pretty far gap to 13th and the rest of the field behind him. Boss Racer Pro in 14th, Gen 3 LS 79 in 15th, Reckless 5518, and Maple Syrup Dude looked to be a lap down, and Maple Syrup Dude's definitely not having a good time here. Make sure he is okay as well. Just got some updates as well from Monarchy, who popped into the chat while I was on my voice break. DNF because they had thunderstorms in the area. It's definitely a lot of... Who is that? Oh, okay. So looks like Maple Syrup Dude is going to pull over for a bit on the... I think it's turn 5 and 6. Where'd it go? yeah, between turns 5 and 6 here. We're going to keep an eye on him to make sure he's also okay, as we are getting ready to cross into 30 laps to go here. I think I thought we were at the halfway point a while ago. I can't remember. Bit of action here for 6th and 7th still between King Pig and Ace on 240. So we're going to get tuned back in for this battle. Definitely showcasing some homework that these drivers have been doing on circuit racing defense and attack, counterattack, and re-attack. So we saw a couple laps prior, King Pig actually pinching Ace on 240 to the inside, almost into the pit wall barrier, but leaving just enough wiggle room to, as both of the drivers go hard into the wall there. So let's see if he tries to do the same thing to him. He's trying, but they are definitely racing clean between these two. So it looks like King Pig is going to hold it as close to the inside as possible, giving him room on the outside. So they're definitely having quite a bit of fun here. We're going to continue watching these guys as we wait for some more action on track to boil down. It looks like Maple Syrup Dude is back up and running. So I'm going to put my controller down for a moment and stretch as these two just continuously going back and forth. They're definitely catching Straw Hat J here in 5th, I believe. Let me check that actually. Yeah, they're catching Straw Hat J, who's running in 5th. So this two-way battle is about to turn into a three-way battle here. We'll give it a few moments for that battle to come to fruition, and it looks like Ace on 240 is well into the draft range of Straw Hat J here. I think that's Straw Hat J. No, it isn't. That's Reckless. Yeah, that's Reckless. Okay. So no blue flag rolls here in NASCAR as they get into it. Hopefully they can save it. Yeah, there's no blue flag here in NASCAR, at least for this week. But it looks like they got through it. A bit dicey, but they definitely got through it, to say the least. As that's going to cost Ace on 240 and King Pig just a little bit of time to Straw Hat J in 5th. Continue this very hard-fought battle for 6th position. I can't remember if these two are teammates or not. Let me try and double-check. To the pits at the same time, so the battle will continue after they come out of pit lane. Let's check on the rest of the field, see how well they're doing on fuel and tires. Taze has to be hurting, and it looks like he's yeah, it's been a nice battle. Taze is on minor tire wear on that front left tire. Definitely going to be losing a bit of time to the rest of the field here. Let's check Valhalla. Valhalla's a little bit worse for wear than Taze. So we're going to start seeing a round of green flag pit stops here. Zodiac burning up those tires more than the other two. Same story for Ghost Reaper. Let's check on Straw Hat J. 55% Visible Rocket coming through. Almost in the same spot as we're catching everybody else in the grid, 53%. So Valhalla goes in, Straw Hat J goes in. I don't think we need to check DMS Dan. He is doing just fine on fuel and tire. King Pig and Ace on 240 back up to race pace here on brand new fuel, brand new tires. We're gonna head and polish her up a little bit. You know, check the oil, windshield washer. They don't have windshield washers. Blinker fluid. They don't have headlights. Brake light fluid. They don't have brake lights either. Carburetor fluid. Nah, that's gas. I already checked that. I'd be terrible on a pit crew. Let me tell you guys. Tazebot goes in the pits. No, it's not going to relinquish the lead. So yeah, or the Ghost Reaper is the top three decide to all go in at the same time. Coming up on close to 20-something laps to go here momentarily. What other fluids are there on a race car? Differential fluid? Yeah, go ahead and flush that real quick. Brake fluid? Nah, it's alright. The brakes are good. Looks like Visible Rocket's going to go in. Valhalla's going to pick up a couple of positions here, so it looks like it's going to get really crowded here on the exit of pit lane. What other fluids we got? Differential, brake. Oh, cool. I'm not touching coolant on a race car. Nope. We're gonna make sure there's summer air in the tires. There we go. Yeah, we gotta check that as well. I'm just being goofy right now, guys. I apologize. Let's get back on this battle with Ace on 240 and King Pig here. Definitely the battle of the race. I'm gonna give it to these guys right now. As the sun is setting here at virtual Watkins Glen, looks like King Pig might have a run to the inside. It's all over him. Ace taking not really a defensive line here, as he's trusting that King Pig's not gonna sail it through the inside of him. Almost gets into his quarter panel here. He'll get through these last couple of turns pretty well composed. King Pig just biding his time, waiting to strike. As it looks like, DMS Dan back up into third place after a bit of an undercut, a bit of an unplanned undercut, I should say. As he did have some engine damage. Back up into third place after he was starting fourth on the grid. As the craziness has definitely settled down here at Watkins. Maybe a battle for, this is the battle we're watching here. I wouldn't really call it much of a battle right now. That's a pretty sizable gap between DMS Dan and Zodiac. Check on our boys Ace on 240 and King Pig yet again, as they continue to duke it out. Whoa! King Pig must have blinked halfway through the bus stop and went pretty, oh baby, that was close. Maple Syrup Dude and King Pig almost got into it, but they were able to take evasive actions soon enough as Reckless 5518 goes on the pits with 22 laps to go here in race 2 of the Slide Job Motorsports NASCAR Series Season 2. All right, what else do we have going on track here? Straw Hat J and Ace on 240 maybe? Potentially. Yeah, looks like we have ourselves a battle here after King Pig seemed to have blinked at the wrong time. It happens to me all the time. I kind of forget when to blink when I'm racing, and then I go careening off the barrier and sent into space. Or in this case, I just find myself at the loading screen wondering what happened. Yeah, looks like the battle for 6th is on now. Straw Hat J and Ace on 240 getting into it with King Pig trying to make up ground. Has a lot of free air in front of him. Looks like Ace on 240 is going to make a move on Straw Hat J here into turn 1. That might slow him down just a little bit for King Pig to try and get into the draft. We need to get back into intervals. King Pig's still 2.5 back, so he's definitely out of the draft. But as these two continue to battle it out, oh, hold on to it, Straw Hat. There you go. So Ace on 240 has a lot of time to make up on Ghost Reaper. DMS Dan going in for a super late pit stop. 20 laps to go from 3rd. He's going to lose 5 positions on this pit stop potentially. Let's go ahead and check fuel and tires as well to make sure these guys can make it to the end. Taysbot will definitely be able to make it to the end. Actually, I don't know. 20 laps is a tall order for these cars. Somebody, Monarchy or Robert Voice-Ax, if you guys are still with us, if you can let us know how many laps of full tank of gas will get you around here. That'll give us a little bit of an insight of what might happen here in the closing laps here at Watkins Glen. Checking on the rest of the drivers here. I think they're good on tires potentially. 19 laps. I think they should be fine. Looks like King Pig and Straw Hat J are going to get into it. King Pig getting around Straw Hat, trying to work together to get back onto the rear bumper of Ace on 240s to fight for a top 5 position. Not a whole lot else going on track. A battle for 11 between Dubs and Waterford by the looks of it. Definitely want to keep an eye on this battle for 6th and make sure these guys, oh my goodness, King Pig, hold on to it. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm going to take another voice break as we get into the final 15 laps here. Sun is setting fast, so hopefully the track lights are on in a couple minutes time as we're going to sit back and watch the battle between King Pig and Straw Hat J from the POV of Straw Hat J. And hopefully they can catch up to Ace on 240 to give us a beautiful final shootout for the top 5. So I will be back momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And it looks like Tazebot and Valhalla will be making a bit of an early pit stop here. With Valhalla's on his bumper. Interesting. Are we under caution? We are under caution. What happened? I must have missed. Ooh! I must have missed something. Because it seems like we're under caution. I think we are. We are under caution by the looks of it. Sorry, I'm completely oblivious to what is going on around me. So that explains why Tazebot and Valhalla went into the pits. Alrighty, so we have just a handful of laps to go here. 16 laps to go. Potentially had 6 to 7 single car wrecks, almost half the lobby. Okay, no worries. So everyone's going to get a moment to put fresh fuel and tires in and get to a potentially a 15 or a 14 lap shootout here. What is going on? Take another break to figure out what it is. Okay, that was just the green on my hand scaring me. Oh, don't do that. There we go. Yep, the lights are on here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like the race went into the night. Yeah, it did. Definitely want to swap in the headlights and brake lights for the remainder of the race. Looks like everyone is going to pit that hasn't already. forbidden number of laps, 65 plus 2. As we're getting the rest of the grid in through the pits and onto the lead lap. Me and Ace had a heck of a good battle. Yeah, you guys definitely did. Looking forward to seeing what happens here on the restart between the two of you. As we will be 14 laps to go when we take the green flag. So I'm going to leave you with this beautiful sunset view or evening view of Watkins while I take another voice break, because I know I'm going to need it for the remainder of the race. So take another break real quick, and yeah, we'll get back at it as the field gets closer to taking green flag. Ladies and gentlemen, 14 laps to go here in race 2. Watkins Glen Slide Job Motorsports NASCAR Series Season 2. A lot of twos to say. And we're underway. Valhalla and Taysbot will go at it. Taysbot will have a bit of an advantage here on the inside. Almost running Valhalla completely off the racing surface here. This is going to get dicey because, well, there's no headlights and there's no brake lights. Quite honestly, we don't need them where we're going, so that is terrifying to see. Holy goodness. Your only indication of the car in front of you braking is, well, the fire coming out of the exhaust, and we're seeing that here as everyone's adjusting to not being able to see. Everyone is all over the place here. DMS Dan back up into 4th place, right behind Taysbot, Valhalla, and Ghost Reaper. We're going to keep an eye on the rest of the grid here as we come now to 13 laps to go. The countdown begins. Can Valhalla keep Tays off of the race, or out of the winner's circle? It has been Tays versus the world so far. Recording, I believe, 8 wins so far between Season 1 and Season 2. Of course, Tays coming off a victory at Daytona last week. Oh, there's a car backwards in turn 4. That's Boss Racer Pro. Unfortunate for Boss Racer Pro. Gen 3 LS and Maple Syrup Dude still a couple laps down by the looks of it, as Valhalla and Taysbot pull off from the rest of the field. Valhalla definitely in drafting range of Taysbot, at least for the time being. The real battle, I shall say, is for 3rd here between Ghost Reaper and Zodiac, as they lock into a drag race down the start-finish stretch. Zodiac holding on to it. Here comes DMS Dan. This is a 3-way battle for the final podium position. 12 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen, as we have a very stacked field. Everyone wants the race to be over with as the track cools down all the light disappears. There's no lights on these race cars. You can see there's just, well, nothing to go off of. So you really have to focus on your braking marks here. Boss Racer Pro will go into the pits by the looks of it. Continue watching this battle for third between Zodiac and Ghost Reaper. DMS Dan not far behind, almost a 1 second gap from 5th to 6th, and a 2.5 second gap between third and second as Valhalla falls out of the draft, as we will come to 10 to go next time by. It's all between Zodiac and Ghost Reaper to it's a battle for third, maximize the points for their teams. It's coming through the outer loop now. Cool, calm, and collected, as it looks like Zodiac were a bit wide. That's going to cost him some speed down the straightaway here. Ghost Reaper's all over his rear bumper. And we are under caution after some carnage here in the bus stop between Dubs, Rye Racer, and Reckless. So it'll be a 10-lap shootout to close out race 2 here. I can't think of a better way to finish off a race, especially with it being a memorial race for Kyle Busch. Good old 00 Tasebot 44 running up in front, followed closely by Valhalla, Zodiac, Ghost Reaper, DMS Dan for your top 5. Ace on 240, Visible Rocket, Snipe Killer, Waterford, and King Pig rounding out the top 10. Following them will be Straw Hat J Dubs, Rye Racer, Reckless 5518, Boss Racer Pro, Gen 3 LS, and Maple Syrup Dude. Maple Syrup Dude will take his lucky dog lap. Looks like we will potentially come to green flag with 8 laps to go. So we'll check back in a moment and we'll let you know what's going on. Looks like we're gonna go green with 9 laps to go here. The field is doubled up, waiting on the rest of the stragglers to finish up. And away we will go, a 9-lap shootout to close out race 2 here. Everyone's getting ready. Taze on the inside, definitely moving everybody over, sweeping back through. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 9 laps to go. Taze, Valhalla, Ghost Reaper, Zodiac, Ace, DMS Dan. Whoa, Taze gets sideways, a little tank slapper out of turn 1. That's gonna unsettle his nerves just a little bit as Valhalla will take the lead. Ghost Reaper looking to the inside, might not get it done. He will not, as Tasebot will fall to 2nd place after a bit of a incident between Valhalla and Tasebot. Tasebot's going to give it everything he's got to get around Valhalla, and Valhalla's going to do everything he can to stop Tasebot from winning again, as Tasebot will have a run through the inside by the looks of it, trying to force Valhalla into a defensive line through turn 6 and turn 7. Ooh, Tasebot with the move to the inside, a ballsy move, and he might have it done. Valhalla's trying to pinch him to the inside, and Valhalla will back out of it, and Tasebot will retake the lead here. Man, oh man, what a restart. Sure, Valhalla was going to hold on to it. There's now 8 laps to go. Zodiac up into 3rd, Ghost Reaper down into 5th, Ace on 240 into 4th, DMS Dan down into 6th, King Pig into 7th, followed by Visible Rocket, Snipe Killer, and Straw Hat Jay to round out the rest of the top 10. We're gonna watch this battle for the lead, as I'm sure Valhalla is gonna be driving the wheels off of this car to try and get Tasebot off of or out of the winner's circle. This will give potentially Tasebot back-to-back wins here, and that is not what Valhalla wants. Let me make sure they're not teammates, actually. Because if they're teammates, it's okay, but for the Drivers' Championship, it's could be anybody's race. Let me find the teams, Season 2 teams. So Taze, Ghost, Zodiac, and Valhalla. So Taze, Valhalla teammates, Zodiac looks to be currently an AVM 1-2-3. Ghost Reaper is gonna have to try and get around Ace on 240 to get a full team 1-2-3-4. Let's see how Ghost Reaper's doing momentarily. We're gonna have to split these guys up. It's definitely a powerhouse team, as everyone is just running away with it right now. The battle for second is on between the drivers of the same team here. We're gonna see if Ghost Reaper gets a run on Ace on 240 here. I don't believe he will be able to. No, he's a bit too far back to make anything work, unless he absolutely, like UPS or like FedEx, just absolutely, oh my goodness, he absolutely sends it. Pun intended. It's Ace on 240 sending it through turn 1. He's gonna have to send it through the bus stop as well. He's definitely holding up the rest of the field here, making that number 11 as wide as possible. Tasebot continues to run off from Valhalla here. 4/10 back, trying to break the draft of his teammates. However, running into those cones is not really helping him that much, as the podium drivers here all driving their hearts out here. Give me 1 second while I check something. We have 5 laps to go now, ladies and gentlemen. It is anybody's race up here in the top 3. They are fighting tooth and nail for it. As long as they all don't crash into each other, knock on wood. Oh, there was a move. There wasn't a move. It was feigning a move, I believe. So we're going to turn our attention to Ghost Reaper and the 4-car battle for 4th. There's a lot of F's in that sentence. Ghost Reaper trying anything he can to get around Ace on 240. King Pig with a move on DMS Dan. DMS Dan and King Pig's side by side here. DMS Dan with the inside. King Pig trying to go for a move on DMS Dan, but it can't quite get it done here, as all eyes are on Ghost Reaper here to make it an AVM 1-2-3-4. As here goes Ghost Reaper with a move on the inside. Oh, baby, that was a bit of an aggressive move, but Ghost Reaper has gotten around Ace on 240 with 4 to go. I will eat my words. They are side by side. Oh no, as Ghost Reaper gets turned into the wall, there's a crash. No, there's not a crash. Let me calm down. A little bit of door banging between Ace on 240 and Ghost Reaper that cost Ghost Reaper 4th place. He's going to try everything he can with 4 laps to go to get back onto the bumper of Ace on 240. Here he goes. He got 7 tenths. It's going to be 3 laps to go. Let's check on our front runners here. Nothing has changed here. 3 laps to go next time by. A little bit of, a lot of contact, I should say, between Ace on 240 and Ghost Reaper here. Oh, lordy, King Pig slamming into the wall. Cars fanning out all over the track. Ghost Reaper's just out of the draft of Ace on 240. Let's make sure there's no damage on the car of Ghost Reaper. Seems to have gotten out of that unscathed after a monstrous save. We're gonna check on Ace on 240 as well, as it's really gonna come down to the wire. Between these two, Ghost Reaper back in the draft from 8 tenths to 5 tenths, back to 8 tenths to none. What is going on? What happened to Ghost Reaper? No, he's still there. Something had to have happened to Ghost Reaper because he lost half a second through the bus stop. DMS Dan trying to break up this AVM train here as we have 2 laps to go. Sorry, 3 laps to go. What am I am unable to math. Race car math is not my strong suit if you haven't noticed, as Valhalla's all over the tail end of Tazebot. Valhalla's swinging it wide outside. They will go single file. Potentially Valhalla looking to send it or just scare Taze, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. We'll overcook the exit of the bus stop. As Valhalla's going to have to find something in his bag of tricks to get around Tazebot. As we are white flag next time by. It is an AVM 1-2-3. Something must have happened to Ghost Reapers. He's down into 6th position as DMS Dan has got around, and we're going to quickly check on that. I'm not sure if Ghost Reaper has engine damage or what has happened. DMS Dan has gotten around Ghost Reaper, so the bolts of a AVM 1-2-3-4 are, I mean, anything can happen, but with 2 cars to pass and 2 laps to go, I don't see it happening. Ghost Reaper is going to try everything he can, but our primary focus here is on the race lead. As we now have 7 corners, well, 8. 7 corners remaining in the race. Tazebot will lead us to the white flag. Valhalla 4 tenths down. He's gonna have to find something. The stars, the moon, the planets, everything's gonna have to align for Valhalla to pass Taze here in the final lap. So we are almost finished here. Taze still leading 2 tenths of a second between the two. Valhalla with a beautiful run through the bus stop, but then again, so has Tazebot. 2 corners remain in the race. Will Taysbot get the back-to-back? One corner remaining. Valhalla going a bit wide, and it looks like Taysbot will go back-to-back with a... Excuse me, I was mid-burp as I said that. As AVM will lock down the podium, Taysbot, Valhalla, and Zodiac. Ace on 240. If I can find Ace in here. Followed by Ghost Reaper. The other fourth driver of AVM getting in top 5. DMS Dan in 6th. Straw Hat J in 7th. Snipe Killer in 8th. Waterfur in 9th. Reckless 5518. And 10th. Rye Racer in 11th. Visible Rocket in 12th. Dubs in 13th. I wasn't done reading that. I need to sit up, actually. I look like I'm very short. Oh, no. Had damage? Oh, that is heartbreaking. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the finishing order here. It is definitely an AVM podium. Can't wait to get all these guys into the same into the same voice chat here. So I'm going to go ahead and let's go into GT3 race day. Why not? Where do we leave off? Dubs in 13th, King Pig in 14th, Gen 3 LS 79 in 15th, Boss Racer Pro in 16th, Maple Syrup Dude in 17th, followed by Monarchy, Lion Mane, Robert Voice Axe, the Duke 7390, and Evo Smokey. So let's go ahead and join AVM in the winner circle. Yeah, definitely AVM 123. Yep, I am on my way over there. Turn off my video capture, game capture. That's it. All right, let's go to GT3 race day as we are joining Taze and company. Let's start with Zodiac. So, I'm gonna go through and ask you guys all the same first question, of course. But how does it feel to have an AVM 123, Zodiac?
Absolutely fantastic.
Oh yeah, I may as well just get it out of the way. Yeah.
I thought he was gonna have a 1 through 4 there for a minute.
Yeah. We're definitely watching the battle between Ace on 240 and Ghost Reaper there. It looks like there's a bit of contact, a bit of ascend in turn 1. Ghost Reaper's almost facing the wrong way around. Almost took the rest of the...
Yeah, he said he was sliding through the S's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Zodiac.
He's not too happy about that one.
Yeah. Oh, I also just noticed all you guys are in Mustang, so a win for Team Ford there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so back to you, Zodiac. Walk us through how your race went.
Didn't qualify how I wanted to. Started off in the middle. It was pretty much chaotic the whole time, I guess you could say. Got shuffled to the back quite a bit. Ended up making my way back up to the front, and then eventually AVM was 1 through 4, and we were running away, and then we called a mandatory caution and got everybody bunched back up, and then yeah, everything kind of happened.
Yep. It happens. Cool. Were there any strategy changes that you made like halfway through the race? Taking into account all the cautions that happened early on that may have swayed where you finished, because you made up 6 positions.
Well, we knew that softs were obviously going to be the way to go. And we just kind of had the idea of anytime there's a caution, we just pit. and the ones that didn't pit, we just end up flying past them. There was one pit cycle where I only had like 2 or 3 laps on my tires and didn't pit. Tay's done it a couple times. I think Val done it a few. Ghost as well. It was kind of just, I guess if we ran more than, I want to say maybe 5 or 8 laps, we would pit every time we had a caution, but if we didn't, we wouldn't pit.
Gotcha. All right, well, congratulations on third.
Appreciate it.
All righty, Valhalla started pole position for Team AVM after um, Taysbot kind of had an oopsie in qualifying and couldn't get a clean lap together. Little bit of a
Killing me.
dig at
Shut
little
up.
bit of a dig at Tays. Um,
Uh,
um,
that's funny.
yeah. Walk us through how your race went. You were out in front the majority of the race.
Started P1. I mean, Taze had a dirty lap. He would have been P1 by 2/10, but yeah, first half of that race, which is what do we have? 6 cautions,
I
and
think so. I think I lost count.
We had it anywhere between 6 and like 20, it felt like.
yeah, there was one time that I clipped the chicane wall and had damage and had to pit, but luckily there's caution. Made my way back, and then that 30 lap just drought of just green laps, just in second the whole time. Just watching that gap from Taze go 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. It's just, I just couldn't. And then the last like 10 laps, those were my best laps I've ever ran. I had to pull something out to keep up with Taze, but it was really fun. First podium for SJM, so I'll take it.
Absolutely. Walk us through that last. We'll just call it a 10 lap shootout because I really don't like odd numbers. Walk us through that 10 lap shootout between you and Taze on the front row.
Oh, I just outside. I thought I was gonna get a run, which I did, but Taze eventually passed me, and my goal was just stay within 6/10 of him, and I did. It was like 4 3/10 everywhere. There was one lap on the backstretch that I could have passed him, but I decided to push him because I didn't want Zodiac to intervene. Wanted to make it a two-person battle, not a 3-person battle.
Ooh, little
And
infighting
and
between teammates. Interesting.
it, if once it's those, I try to make a whoever whoever's like now within a second, just like I'll just push, less people, more chance to win, more odds. But Taze eventually won, so that doesn't surprise me.
Yep. Alrighty, well, congratulations on second place finish.
Thank you, man.
And we get to the man who needs no introduction to the winner's circle, picking up a staggering 18 positions. First off, what happened in qualifying, man?
Well, so I was running, so it was a great, I got down corner 1. It was the bus stop that screwed me over. I was running my normal line where 2 tires off in the grass to give me that acceleration into the carousel. I put 4 tires on by mistake, literally by maybe an inch.
Oh no.
So, I mean, if I wouldn't have done that, I was going to get pulled with a 106.5 or something like that. So I was 2/10 still faster, but it was just a dumb mistake by me, honestly. I kind of had fun moving through the pack, so I didn't mind it.
Yeah, it was dizzying having we had 22 drivers on the grid and you started 19th. It was dizzying trying to keep up with you and then obviously keep up with the rest of all of the chaos that was happening. I kind of wish the Forza cameras were just a little better to help me not get squirrel brained.
Yeah.
But yeah, how was that drive through the field? Took you, I think it was what 30 something laps, which I mean, not a dig at all at you. Getting through, 17 other drivers is a feat in and of itself. Um, Sorry, speaking of
Uh,
squirrel brain, yeah,
yeah,
the
you're
feat
good.
in and of itself. Yeah, walk us through how that drive went.
So as of now, I've raced with a bunch of them for about a couple months now with other leagues, and I kind of have gotten to the point where I understand how most of these guys drive, and it's understanding what line they're gonna take, how cautious you got to be around them. Just working with the pack, honestly, even working with the slower guys, just getting the bump draft, bumping off of them to get past another slower guy and using them to make them go faster, and maybe kind of like a bump and run with the guy in front of me. I bump and run maybe like once or twice through the bus stop with the slower guys, but yeah, once I got to Dan, I knew it was gonna be difficult to pass that guy. He's pretty quick, so I tried my hardest to give him a little bump and run. He wasn't budging, so I just had to wait for a mess up and got around him. Same thing with Val, same thing with Zodiac, Ghost. I mean, a lot of the faster guys are the issues when it comes to getting through that pack. But in all, I mean, cautions helped. I mean, all in all, yeah, it was pretty good. I don't really got much else to say.
Yeah, absolutely, and congratulations on what is this? Win 8, 9?
8 or 9, something like that.
Yeah, congratulations on that, and going back to back here for the start of season 2.
Yes, sir. We're trying to make it like season 1, 4 in a row.
So now that I have a bunch of SJM guys in here, um, sounds like you guys are kind of shifting topic just a little bit, and I'll let you guys go. Um, 24 hours of Mulzan is coming up. Looks like you guys are fielding a car.
Yeah.
We're feeling
Fielding
two,
a-
bud.
We're
Fielding
fielding a
two.
couple.
Oh,
We're doing
baby.
a proto. We're doing a proto and a GT3.
I'd like to
Nice.
speak on that a little bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna
SJM
enter-
Doves will be hosting Protos, and the SJM Tays will be hosting GT3.
Yep.
Nice,
We
nice.
have a 4-car team for the protos, and I think you guys have 5 drivers or 4 drivers.
Four.
Sorry,
Four. Yeah,
you
four.
guys
yeah.
got 4 as well. So we'll have 8 drivers in total from this league in that race. We actually made our debut at Indy with me and Zodiac running in there for the Indy 500. Didn't go as good as we wanted, but was still a nice start for SJM.
Yeah,
I was just happy to.
I definitely
I was
remember Indy.
I was just happy enough to be in A lobby. I'm actually the one that knocked you out of A lobby, I think, Doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got greedy. I wanted to get in the Fast 9, and then I just forgot how to flick my thumb to the left. And I was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna go insert word here myself.
But we try to we're trying to get ourselves known as a league, you know, obviously, and I think with the NASCAR Forza part of it, it's grown so much. We have so many drivers to the point where we're full lobbies and having to cap it, you know. So it feels good, but my whole goal is just to get fast people and get our name known because there's so many big leagues out there, and obviously some of them are gonna die off with the game dying off. So I'm just trying to keep a good league going as long as I can for this game because it is a fun game. It's great to have a broadcaster. It's nice to watch back. It's good clips, good battles. I didn't think Watkins was going to be full. Me and Taze really didn't at all, and it ended up being a gigantic lobby and some crazy racing.
Yeah,
So.
definitely.
I'm gonna try to.
Definitely emphasis on crazy. That's for sure.
Bro, imagine if we didn't have caution windows. Like we already had a good amount of cautions. If we didn't have windows, it'd be like the whole race would be caution.
Yeah,
People get
And
way too
another
greedy quick.
right.
and another thing that's crazy is like every week SJM's server just keeps growing and growing and growing. Like we gained what, like 5 or 6 people in a week, and now we're up to 110.
Yeah, and it's still growing, and we still got people wanting to do it, and people wanting to race, and we got a good group of fast drivers. We got a good group of okay drivers, but we have some very fast people in this league. Obviously Tay's winning so many. Dan joining in from DMS and bringing his speed along. Zodiac, the whole AVM team running up front and getting a lot of points. And you got guys shuffled out through the field too that have a lot of speed, just aren't as comfortable yet. But all in all, a fast league, some great racing, great pace. I mean, this is going to be a fun season too.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the broadcast real quick. I can't wait to see what. Oh God, Homestead in the rain next week with a military
Oh God,
theme.
Dubs, you done it to us again.
Is that
You
wait,
just
Dubs, is that
There-
stock? Is that stock?
Yeah, it's the last. Well, it's the
Oh,
handicap
baby.
event.
Oh baby.
It's
Oh,
but
There we go.
Oh, me
now
and Taze
the
again,
difference
bro.
between the difference between this year and last, or this season, last season is I'm going to have I'm going to fix it to where it starts dry. Last season I kept it the same lobby for practice, qualifying, and race, and once you start the race, it starts wet, even though you have it set to dry. So I will be making sure it's a dry to wet race. This is gonna be great. I love Homestead on the Rain. It's such a toss up. It's so fun.
all I'm gonna say is if you see me on the track sideways and you hear the Tokyo Drift theme song, just mind your business. Me and Taze are tandeming.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Whoa! I was with Taze that whole time last race. I don't know where you
Alrighty.
was at, Zodiac.
I
So
ain't never seen you tandem with me and Taze yet.
alrighty,
Keyword yet.
I'm gonna quickly squeeze in Ace on 240 here for a bit of a bit of an interview as well, and then we're gonna go and wrap things up. So yeah, Ace, congratulations on fourth. Second biggest move for the race was 16 positions picked up. The only the only Camry in the top five, and the only not Mustang in the top five as well. How does it feel to be the singular linchpin in the on AVM's goal to have a 1, 2, 3, 4 team finish here at Watkins?
I'm just glad I was able to get up into the top 5 like this. I mean, P4, that's like one of my best finishes in all of my time racing here, I believe. But working my way through the field, it was definitely a challenge, especially fighting with that one dude. Very fun race.
Does that one dude have a name?
Yeah, hold up. It was King Pig.
Yeah, King Pig. Yeah, we were watching you guys go back and forth for 10, 15 laps.
Maybe even longer.
Yeah, it was a fantastic display of racecraft as well. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch you guys battle. Walk us through just walk us through your race strategy as well, like maneuvering the field and stuff like that.
I just tried to predict what they were gonna do and get by as quick as possible. Tried on the beginning, I believe I used a fake dive bomb to get by someone. I forget who it was, but it was going into that second to final corner, so I could get by him quickly. I obviously dive bombed quite a bit. I held back quite a bit. Tried to pass through the bus stop as well. But I think the thing that helped me catch up to the guys up front was my bus stop.
Mm-hmm.
I was braking late, trail braking, going down in the second, and hammering out. That's what helped me get up here.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my goodness, my game is freaking out. I'm not even doing anything, Forza.
I just wanted to come in here and formally apologize to all of you for my words and, well, actions today.
Smokey, I know,
That
but you
was
had your reasons. I know, you're fine.
Yeah, you're good, buddy. I just
no,
yeah, you can
it's
talk
not
after.
reasons. It's I should have shut my mouth.
I, I know. I mean,
So
that's
it's on
yeah,
me.
you're not wrong.
It happens.
You're good.
We're all human.
I'll see you
Yeah.
next week.
See you next week.
Y'all have a good night. Well,
Well,
day,
matter
I
of fact,
guess.
I'll probably see you tomorrow because we gotta practice anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll see you tomorrow.
yeah,
But
we do.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap
Sounds
up the
good.
stream and deafen myself here so you guys can talk amongst yourselves. Desktop audio is removed so you guys can talk all crazy now. Alrighty, well that wraps up race 2 here, season 2 of the Slide Job Motorsports NASCAR series. We got quite a few, well, 2. We had Kitty Boo 120,000 and J. E. Myers 900. Gen 3 LS, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, we had a lot of viewers this stream. appreciate every single one of you guys turning out and showing your love for the game, love for the guys here at Slide Job Motorsports, and just all in all, just a overall love for motorsports in general. Yeah. My mic's working. Yeah, it is. Okay. I had to make sure because I saw a red thing down in the corner of my vision. But yeah, we're gonna wrap things up. I'm gonna try and get this working real quick. Let me figure out how to do it, and then yeah, we'll roll the end credits for the stream. And thanks everybody for follows and the support. And yeah, stay rowdy.
XVI. 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 XVI.